When I think of you, you're crying and you're carrying on. When I think of you, you're stumbling around here, pretending to be blind. When I think of the love and sympathy we had for you...
You don't love me, please.
No, come on, Dee. That won't work anymore. Sit yourself right down there.
Babe, please help me.
Don't ask me to help. You've no right, Dee.
You were always like a mother to me.
Yes, it's true. True enough. I tried to mother you.
You were so good to me. Both of you were so good to me.
That's right, and you betrayed all the love this family ever had for you. You walked into my kitchen when you were, what, 7 years old? Sad-eyed and lonely. I knew well enough that you had reason to be sad. I wanted to make you smile. So I gave you a bit of seed cake.
Yeah, and you've had your hand out ever since.
Johnny, that's cruel.
What John is saying is that you've used us, all of us, to protect yourself from growing up. I won't say that it wasn't partly our fault for allowing it, but none of us ever dreamed the lengths that you would go to. I'm afraid that sad-eyed little girl that we loved and tried to nourish, she's gone. And in her place sits a lying, manipulative, destructive human being.
Mommy, please do something, please.
I think you better listen, honey.
And when you married Frank, I thought, well, there's hope. I mean, she's young. Surely the responsibility of a home or caring for another human being is going to make her grow
It
up.
was a mistake marrying Frank. I didn't love him. I love Patty. I've always loved Patty.
Oh, in other words, that marriage was a lie, too.
No.
And then when little John was born, I thought, well, surely being mother to someone was going to help you be a bit less selfish.
No, it did. It did. I love my little boy.
Yeah.
But you took him away from me.
For good and proper reasons. You were no better at mothering than you were at being a wife.
I wanted to make a life for Patty. I know I made him happy.
Yeah. Did you think that you could base your whole life on a lie? The evil of it. It's beyond imagining. To use an innocent life, your own unborn child, to set a trap for my son. And when the tiny life that was in you died, you didn't even have the grace to mourn it. You kept right on using it for your own purposes. And what's worse is you made John and I a party to it. We supported you, telling Patrick that he had to marry you to protect the child, even though it would mean he goes outside the church, breaking both of our hearts.
Patty loved me. I know he loved me.
Yes, he loved you. He loved you with a good and generous love that he had since childhood. And what did you do? You took advantage of it. The boy knew he made a mistake, and he wanted to do right by you, and he did, even if it meant giving up his dreams and the future with the woman he loved. How could you do that to him, Dee? How could you exploit and rob the boy that way?
I thought Patty loved me. He was my husband.
No. He's never been your husband. Not in the eyes of God or in the church was that ever a marriage. It never existed. It was based on a lie and a fraud. And it cost Patrick a terrible price. God, you robbed the boy of his strength, and then you very nearly ruined his career. I don't condone the fact that he turned to drugs to keep going, but was there ever anyone that was driven to it more?
Driven? What about what I was driven to do? You know.
All right, stop it, Dora! Stop it! You've traded on that one long enough. Lord knows there's been thousands, no, millions of people that never had any more advantage than you did as a child. But if the world behaved the way you've behaved, John, help me. I don't want to do something I don't want to do.
Bobby, will you get her out of here, please?
Can't I do anything if I get out of here?
You can get down on your hands and knees and beg to get
I'm sorry.
No, Dee. Come on, let's go.
I'm sorry.
Come on, get your hat and coat. Get your coat. Get your purse. Let's go.
Oh, babe, I'm sorry.
Come on.
Dear God, forgive me for what I'm feeling.
This package...
Thanks, Audrey. She's expecting me. Hi, dear.
Oh, hi.
What gives?
Oh, I just, haven't been doing anything like this since I was in high school.
Oh, well, do tell. Who was that?
No one. I'm trying to find Frank, and I can't reach him.
Well, now, don't you suppose our candidate is entitled to a little teeny private life once in a while?
Oh, yes, of course he is, as he keeps telling me over and over and over again.
And Mama doesn't like that.
Mama, nothing. I am trying to run a political campaign. Anyway, he has my blessings. I told him to take the night off, the whole evening for himself.
My.
A wedding. Dear old family friends, sentiment dripping all over the place. What he should have been doing is concentrating on some TV spots I put together for him. But oh, no. No, he couldn't do them justice, not before or after the cake and champagne. So, of course, I said, go on, enjoy yourself.
Well, that's where he is. Partying.
No, he's not. The party's over. I called.
Oh. Whose wedding?
Jillian Coleridge's sister.
Ah, so.
The maid said that the bride and bridegroom had gone off on their honeymoon and everyone else had left.
Oh. Well, what about the family, restaurant?
It's a bar, Polly. You can use the word. No, there's no party there. I checked.
I see. Well, what do you need him for anyhow?
I don't need him. I would just like to know where he is so I can get in touch with him if I do need him. The obvious place for him to be is Miss Coleridge's apartment, but the phone doesn't answer.
Go ahead. Try again.
Oh, damn it.
Damn it.
Everyone is. They don't give up, do they? What are you gonna do?
Let's hug, huh?
Okay. Now, I do not want to talk to anybody right now. But if that persists, it's going to wake Edmund up.
Hold it. Hold it. I'll take care of it. United Bagel Workers Union, we got bagels to go, bagels to stay. A bagel a day keeps the doctor away. They hung up. Hold it, I'll take care of this. There we go. Give me that.
Oh, here.
There.
My hero.
Well, that's where he is, all right.
Darling, hadn't you better face it?
Face what?
Well, your interest in the candidate is definitely more than political.
Bud? Oh, hi. Hi, come on in. Listen, I'm sorry about tonight. I mean, face marriage, it must have been a lousy thing to come home to.
Much more than that. Steal you.
Yeah. So I heard her in the kitchen. So what else is new, huh?
She was faking the blindness.
Faked it. But I wasn't on the test. She
In
couldn't
the
see a thing.
beginning, it was a genuine case of hysterical blindness. Only her sight came back a while ago.
Before the trip?
Long before, apparently.
Holy.
There's more. Delia wasn't pregnant when we got married.
What?
Well, she was pregnant, but she miscarried a couple of weeks before the ceremony and faked it later on.
she let you marry her and made you marry her. When she knew you were engaged to Faith and knew the baby didn't even exist, I mean, that's the worst, most disgusting thing I ever heard of.
Yeah.
Why? I don't get it. How did she get away with it?
She did.
Well, how'd you find out?
I overheard Faith tell her something in the kitchen. And Roger came in, made her spill the whole thing. He was the one who pushed her into therapy with Al Pagano.
Wait a second, Roger knew and Faith, so I mean, why didn't he?
Why didn't Faith tell me? Put yourself in her place, Buck.
I tried to talk to her. I tried to tell her to hold off. This whole thing is such lousy timing. What'd you do to Delia? Break her neck?
I put her out of my family's house. And out of my life. But
all those leftover feelings, yeah. Must be mad enough to kill, huh?
tell you the truth, I don't feel much of anything. Just kind of sick.
Well, you're in shock, but they're underneath okay.
You know, it's not entirely Dee's fault.
Oh, come off it.
It's true. I let it happen. I let her play me for a fool. I played God. I liked her needing me.
But you'd stop that. I mean, you realized it wasn't helping. If it hadn't been for that nervous breakdown. She faked that, too?
I don't know, maybe. I'll talk to Al Pagano and Father McShane. I have her permission to do that.
Oh, wonderful.
Only it doesn't matter much now.
Why couldn't you have found out before Faith married Tom?
Does she love him?
What do you think?
I think that marrying someone to help them out is a lousy idea.
What are you gonna do?
Divorce? Annulment? I can't think anymore. I'll sleep on it.
You want a drink or something?
No, thanks. That'd be a bad habit to get into. I'll sleep on it, and tomorrow I'll figure out how to proceed.
Oh, Bobby, not you too.
A doctor with a devious plot.
Order. Perhaps an amazing season, courtesy of PayPal.
See that? I protect you from strange and terrible callers, from things that go bump in the night. What would you do without me?
Sleep, maybe.
Sleeping, or nighttime, is only for sleeping after all other possibilities have been thoroughly exhausted.
I am
What?
thoroughly exhausted.
Well, that's negotiable.
Ooh. Don't do that. Because it tickles.
You better get used to it.
Oh.
Sure. Because after it's official, every night before you go to bed, I'm going to give you 3 dozen kisses.
Ooh, 3 dozen. Official. Does that mean blessings from the electorate or blessings from somebody named?
Oh, really?
Oh, yes.
Cut that out. You're going to start a family fight.
Ooh. Hey, now, family. That is a lovely idea. And this is pretty lovely, being here with you again.
As if nothing ever came between us. As if nothing ever stopped us. We knew we were right for each other the first minute we met. We never stopped loving, did we?
No.
Don't you? What's that all about?
Well, I was just having this wonderful fantasy.
Tell me.
Oh, okay. Well, it's the two of us together, 20 years from now, in this huge four-poster antique bed. And we live in this big house, a big white house on Pennsylvania Avenue. And we are snuggled up together on the third floor under this enormous, beautiful, fabulous quilt made by Betsy Ross or somebody.
Well, if you like it, I like it. It's just one thing. Do we have to wait 20 years?
More than just a political interest? Well, you might be right. After all, out of the mouths of babes.
Why, thank you, dear. I may be in the babe in the woods when it comes to politics, but I do know a woman in love when I see her.
A woman in... Oh, come on. Come on. I may be a little over-involved at the moment, but I certainly am not in love with him. You're going much too far.
I see. Your total preoccupation with where he is, your jealousy of Miss Coleridge, I don't deny it.
All right. I won't. At this point, I could cheerfully claw her eyes out.
All of which indicates what? That you'd just like to go to bed with Frank Ryan?
What do you mean, just?
Dearie, if you'd wanted to seduce Frank, I'm sure you could have done it long before now.
So what you are saying is if it isn't merely politics or admiration or enjoying companionship or sex...
Well, if you spend every waking hour thinking about Frank Ryan one way or the other...
Which I do.
Then add it all up, and what do you get?
I'm really in love with Frank Ryan.
Oh, now, is that such a terrible thing?
Oh, damn it, Polly. What am I going to do now?
Free person.
I'm not going to leave anywhere until...
It's the holidays. Time to sing.
No, please no.
Take a holiday from the holidays.
On SoapNet.
But he hates me. You're probably going to leave me. You're going to leave me.
I'm not going to leave anywhere until I tell you a thing or two.
Oh, Bobby, please.
Delia, all these years I have looked after you, I have protected you, I have tried to see things from your side, but this is just a little bit too much.
Would you stop hollering at me? Everybody's hollering at me. I just want to explain.
There is no way on God's earth that you can explain the things you've done. I mean, Dee, I don't get it. The Ryans have always been kind to us. Johnny and Maeve, they loved you like one of their own.
They do not love us. That's what I learned tonight. They feel sorry for me. They feel sorry for you. They treat us like we're charity cases.
Well, I don't think that's true, Delia, but what difference does it make? They were damn good to us. You didn't seem to object. You practically took to sleeping on their doorstep.
All right, look, okay. They're very special to me. Their house was full of laughter all the time. We never had that at home. Now, do you remember that?
Yeah, I remember we had it tough. But we made it through. We managed okay.
Yeah, you managed
and we
okay.
couldn't have done it without Maeve and Johnny. You know that. So how do you repay them? You marry Frank on the rebound, you make his life miserable, then you set your sights on Pat and pull every dirty trick in the book to hold on to him.
You don't understand something. I don't think you've loved someone enough to hurt inside and love someone and know that you don't have them.
Delia, I may not talk as much about things as you do, but I do know a thing or two.
I don't think you've ever needed anyone. You don't need someone like the way I need Patty.
No, I don't. That's your department. But I know the difference between good and bad behavior, and you don't seem to.
Bobby, I was scared, and I was confused, and I didn't know what I was doing.
Oh, Delia, don't give me that stuff,
No, I
please.
didn't.
I didn't know Pat would follow after me if I ran away with Roger. I didn't know I'd end up in bed with him.
No, I didn't make him do that.
You saw that it happened, and you arranged it so you'd end up pregnant. Now, you know that. I mean, Delia, I tried to understand. I tried to make excuses for you in my head, the way I used to do. I realized that Pat, he had the responsibility to that baby, even though he loved Faith. And then I saw the two of you getting married. I figured it had to be, but you were lying to me. You lied to me about your sight. You lied to me. You lied to me about the baby. I mean, Delia, don't you ever tell the truth about anything?
I tried to tell you the truth. I was too ashamed, and now you hate me.
I don't hate you. I hate the things you've done.
Bobby, I've done bad things before. You've always stuck up for me. Bobby, do you remember when Dad was in the asylum?
Oh, dear.
Yeah, and when Mom was home, but she was too tired and she was too sick to take care of me, so you took care of me. You took care of me because you loved me and because you wanted me. Remember when I was in school and I came back one day and I had one of those drawings and you said, gee, that drawing is really beautiful, and you put it up on your wall? Hey, you were proud of me, and I've always wanted you to be proud of me.
Well, I'm not proud of you. I'm ashamed of you.
Brad Pitt, Cher, Liam Neeson, Sarah Jessica Parker, Nicolas Cage. SoapNet has the biggest names in the movies you want to watch. The Sunday Night Movies, Sunday nights at 10 p.m. on SoapNet.